everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Tonight we are going to make easy drumstick pie. It's going to be an ice cream pie. I don't know if you guys like the drumstick little cones that you get at the store. They also remind me of Nutty Buddies. I don't know if you guys know that, but I love those. I love those. So we're going to make it tonight, but we're going to make it in the form of a pie. So it's going to be so convenient. You can just store it in the freezer, cut it into individual slices, take it out when you want it. I love ice cream. I love all things ice cream. You're going to need one 5-ounce package of sugar cones, which is 12 cones right here. Now mine says 4 ounces, but it says 12 cones. So I don't know. 6 tablespoons of butter melted, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar if you like a sweeter crust. Me, you guys know what I'm doing, right? I'm going to add the brown sugar because I love sweetness. I actually love every ingredient in this recipe. The older I get, I'm sure you can tell that I love sweetness, but I don't care. So what if I'm bigger than I used to be? Who cares, right? I'm loving life. I'm eating what I want, and I'm still healthy. I really am. I am healthy. That's all you're going to need for the crust. For the rest of the recipe, it's 1/2 cup of Smucker's Magic Shell, and you're going to divide that. I picked up 2 different containers. One is chocolate, and one is chocolate fudge. Remember, you do not store this in the fridge, and you're going to shake it up really good. You're also going to need 1 quart of vanilla ice cream. Well, this would be 48 ounces, so a quart is 32. 1/4 cup of caramel. I did not know. Usually I get Smucker's, but Hershey's has good caramel too. They also have good hot fudge, and it's cheaper than Smucker's. So I have caramel here, but it's Hershey's. And 1/4 cup of peanuts. I am using Planters dry roasted. This one's just about all. So I have the big mega heavy duty size. And we're going to chop those up. That's it. That's all you're going to need. So first, let's go ahead and we're going to break up our cones. Now you can put this in a food processor. I don't feel like getting it out. I don't feel like dirtying it up, because you can also just put it in a baggie and get your rolling pin out and smash the bejesus out of it. Bejesus. What is that? Who even came up with that term? Okay, they're still coarse, not fine, but still small enough that I should be able to mix butter and a tablespoon of brown sugar. It says here that you can use an 8-inch round springform pan or a 9-inch pie plate. So get your butter melted. Let's go ahead and mix in our crumbs, our brown sugar. I'm going to kind of break that apart. Just go ahead and start stirring. As you can see, it's just little chunks. Put it in there. Okay, I'm going to press it in the bottom. I want to press it nice and firm. Get it up along the sides. This goes in the freezer now for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. Doug, we're not going to tell them that I dropped this on the floor. I dropped this on the floor.
And then picked it up and put it back in.
And some of my crumbs just went flying everywhere. Only a small section was lost, and I just removed these around. And so now we're going to pour this. I have the chocolate. You're supposed to shake it up really well. We're just going to use 1/4 cup at first. It says add half of the Smucker's shell to top the crust. Okay, so spread that around. Tell you what, it's going to need a little bit more than that. 1/4 cup's just not going to cut it. Spread a little bit more. I'm going to put it back in the freezer now. We'll let that in the freezer for 10 minutes. Get your ice cream out now. Let it sit out for about 10 minutes. I'm going to go clean up some of my mess. Right there. Right there it is, my mess. Thankfully, I didn't lose the whole thing. get your caramel ready. You're going to need 1/4 of a cup. And get your other half of the magic shell ready, which would be another 1/4 of a cup. Pretty much you're going to use a 7.25 ounce bottle. So it says 1/4 of a cup of peanuts. Now, of course, you can adjust those if you want. I mean, if you want a few extra peanuts, you want a little bit more caramel, go for it. So it says about half of a 32 ounce container. Well, this is like 48. So I'm just going to guesstimate here. And you'll want that to get pretty soft so you can spread it around. Now I'm using triple vanilla ice cream. You use your favorite ice cream. I think if you want it to be like a drumstick though, it would be vanilla. Okay, it says press half of the vanilla ice cream over the chocolate covered crust. Return to the freezer again for another 10 to 15 minutes. Next, let's go ahead and pour the caramel on top. And we want to spread that clear out to the edges. Okay. Back to the freezer it goes. My ice cream's really melting. Should I let it? Yeah, I'm just going to put that in for 10 more minutes. We'll just have really, really soft ice cream. It's good ice cream. And I think that's about all. I'm not going to use the whole thing here. Spread that around. Okay, mine really looks pathetically ugly. But just remember, it's not the outside appearance that matters. It's always what's on the inside, right? So be kind. I'm gonna spread this the whole way over. Now it says after this time, I'm using extra ice cream. I am. I've used extra chocolate, using extra ice cream. This goes back into the freezer now for 30 minutes. So next we'll go ahead and spread the shell over there. Now this is going to freeze pretty quickly, so we're going to want to spread it out, and we're going to want to get the nuts on there too. Press them down in there a little bit. Now it says to put it back in the freezer for about 1 hour. So I'm at work. I'm going to have an early lunch. Right here is what the delicious drumstick pie looks like. And the bottom gets nice and crispy, so you're going to have to make sure that you have something pretty sturdy to cut through it. Yes. Very good. Very, very, very good. And it is going to take several hours to firm up. I think you'll like it. Wasn't too bad to make, just taking it in and out of the freezer. But that is one heck of a good dessert. And I am going to enjoy every single bite. So thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous week. See you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.